Hello everyone, welcome to my channel D Queen Beauty and my Big Mama Soul Food segment. Today we'll be doing a Asian inspired stir fry. So first I have my Brussels sprouts and I'm just chopping those up. As you can see, I'm not chopping them all the same. Some I'm doing in halves, some 3s and 4s. I didn't want them all to be the same, so I'm just chopping those up. This is actually my first time doing a stir fry using Brussels sprouts, and it came out really good. Next, I have my broccoli. I'm just chopping up my broccoli, getting those off of that big stem. I only use one bush of broccoli since I'm using and adding Brussels sprouts to it as well. I had to get a close-up of the Brussels sprouts and broccoli because it looked too good. Now next, I have my oil in the pan. I heated that up to about a medium, and I added my chopped onions. I'm just stirring it around, and I'm not going to add anything until the onions get a little brown. Alright, as you can see, they're starting to brown a bit. I don't know about y'all, but I love the smell of cooked onions. It smells so good. As you can see, next I'm adding my red bell peppers. And I'm also adding pre-sliced mushrooms. I'm just gonna mix that up. I don't know if I mentioned, but I have the eye on low to medium heat. Next, I'm adding my soy sauce. I eyeballed everything, so I cannot tell you specific measurements, but I will tell you everything I added to it. Now I'm just stirring, cooking down the mushrooms. I'm gonna add my Lori seasoned salt, just a little bit. Ground black pepper. Y'all should already know those are like the two main seasonings I like to use. A little bit of garlic. Some cayenne pepper, just a little. Some Old Bay. Can't go wrong with the Old Bay. I'm gonna mix. Stir that up. Alright, I let that cook for a minute, and then I added my Brussels sprouts. After adding the Brussels sprouts, I'm gonna stir. Make sure I coat the Brussels sprouts with the seasonings and the oils to get that flavor up in there. Make sure you mix it up real good. Alright, now after my Brussels sprouts, look at that, that looks so good. I'll be adding my broccoli. I recommend using a larger pan, because as you can see, my broccoli is pretty big. It will cook down, but you don't want to be using a small pot to do this if you're going to be using as much as I did. We're just going to mix that up real good. Cover and let it steam a bit. Alright, now I'm going to add a bit more soy sauce. A little bit of sesame oil. And next, my favorite, oyster sauce. I don't know about y'all, but I absolutely love oyster sauce, especially when I'm making stir fries. I use this a lot when I'm making spring rolls as well. Now I'm going to mix all of that up. It's looking good already. I enjoy the different colors, just the greens, the reds, the mushrooms. It looks good and it tastes good for sure. Make sure you mix that up really good. You want to make sure everything is thoroughly coated so everything can be really flavorful. Next, I will be covering, and I'm just going to let that cook down. And look at that. I would say in total, this took maybe about, when I added everything to the pot, maybe about 15-20 minutes to cook thoroughly. And this is the final plate. I did the stir fry. My husband made the rice, and I also did the fried eggplant with it. If you want to see that, you can see my previous video. Thank you all for watching. I'm glad I get to see you in another video, and see you next time.